All right, everyone. So we're going to go through how to work through this daily food plan worksheet. And the very first thing that I want to make sure everybody understands is this is a daily food plan, but you can use this to practice first how much you're eating to get a good idea of what that equates to in the choosemyplate.gov portion sizes, right? So in grains and in proteins, they're measured in ounces, and everything else is measured in cups. So in a 2,000 calorie day, right? This is basically the equivalent diet of what a teenager would be eating in a given day. Now, when you're making your menus, you'll be making menus for 2 or 3 day periods, right? And so when you're dealing with that, you have to remember that getting getting the correct amount of portions is about the overall total period that you're planning for, as opposed to just the day. So if you're only planning a day, then it's a hard and fast 6 ounces of grains, 2.5 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of fruit, 3 cups of dairy, 5.5 ounces of protein. Cut and dry. Now, if you are more like a 2 day kind of camp out and you have to plan that meal, then you have everything times two. Or up here, as I said, it's in, like, say you had 3 full days, right? So 3 times 6 ounces would be 18 ounces total, right? Over over that period of 3 days, you have to have 18 ounces of grains. Now, one first day could be heavily bulked up in grains, but then you have to cut back on your grains day two and day three. So at the very end, you're still making 18 ounces of grains. All right, makes sense? So if you try to hit the 6 ounce, 2.5 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup every single day, that's going to be really, really, really hard. So, what I'm trying to get across here is this: account for it over the long period, over the full amount of days, and your planning will go a lot smoother. So, say day one, right? You end up having 2 eggs for breakfast, right? 2 eggs for breakfast, 2 slices of toast, and a glass of OJ, right? So 2 eggs. Remember, 1 egg is 1 ounce of protein, right? So 1 ounce of protein, you got 1 ounce here for breakfast, or actually you have two, right? 2 ounces for breakfast. Uh, you got 2 eggs here, so that's 2 ounces so far. And then you have 2 slices of toast, a ounce of toast, one bread, 1 slice of bread. If we go back up to myplate.org, go to grains. We'll go down here to the equivalency table. Bread. One regular slice of bread equals 1 ounce of grain. Okay, so let's go back. We had 2 slices of toast. So we had 2 slices of toast. So that's two so far. 2 ounce equivalent, right? And OJ, we had a glass of orange juice. So that's your fruit, 1 cup. Okay, so that's 1 cup so far. See, that's just breakfast. Now, the rest of the day, if you had a sandwich, right, you're dealing with, now you're going with 2 slices of bread for a sandwich, and then a slice of cheese. You have lunch meat, so, right, so let's just pick that part, right? So we already know 2 slices of bread Well, now we're at 4, right? Now we're at 4 ounces. A slice of cheese. Let's go up to cheese. We'll go back to home, and then we go over to dairy. Oops, sorry. Hit learn more. Cups of dairy. Cheese. One slice of hard cheese is equivalent to half a cup of milk, right? So if we had 1.5 ounces of hard cheese, so half a cup, all right? Half a cup of dairy is in one slice of cheese, all right? So we got one slice of cheese here. Now we're at half a cup, okay? Now lunch meat. I'm gonna go to proteins, learn more, equivalency. All right, so you got meat, right? Now if you had uh, in a pound, there's 16 ounces of meat, right? So if you get a pound of meat is going to feed 8 people, and that's because 2 ounces is the standard when you're looking at from a nutritional perspective. And always remember, lunch meat is about averages, right? So some will be a little bit thicker of a sandwich, some will be less, but just keep going with 2 ounces as a estimation. Okay, so hopefully you now kind of get a good idea of how you're going to need to plan for menus and plan for your portion controls of your different food groups. So until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.